So there is this common slander being lobbied against Torah observers in that we reject Jesus, when really we don't. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be obeying Torah. In fact, we find it kind of silly and insulting to think that we reject him when he's the one that brought us to Torah. If you love me, you will obey me. Repeated language in 1 John. Highly recommend anyone who thinks Torah observance is bad to study 1 John. I have 3 videos pinned on my page. One is labeled, What is a Christian? The other one is labeled, Grace. The other one, I forgot to label, What is the full message of the gospel, which is taken entirely from John 3 and 1 John. See, Paul said if it wasn't for the law, we would not know sin. John says in 1 John, sin is breaking God's laws. Now, we are doing our best to not break God's laws as best we can. Do we still do so? Of course. We have troubles with the 7 deadly sins, as everyone else does. But we control what we can control. And what we can control is the easy stuff. The stuff that is a little bit iffy in your interpretation in the New Testament because, well, Paul is hard to understand and the uneducated will twist his words to their own destruction. And what leads to destruction? Sin. What is sin? Breaking God's laws. Now, we don't trust in the law for our salvation. We trust in Yeshua. When we fall from sin, we pray to him, asking for forgiveness, same thing. The only difference is that we get right back up and we try to keep on going and obeying God's laws and commands to avoid sinning. Now, more often than not, Christians will go to Galatians to try and push that we are rejecting Jesus when we try to obey the law. But really, we don't. What you need to do is you need to pick up this book. It's called The Holy Epistle to the Galatians by D. Thomas Lancaster. Tim Hegg, another very good scholar, has written one himself, which is, from what I hear, is far more intricate, and I would recommend his as well. I have not read his yet, though, but Seamus recommends it, and Seamus is a college graduate scholar kind of person who reads and understands Greek. But so does D. Thomas Lancaster and whatnot. The only difference between Tim Hegg and D. Thomas Lancaster is D. Thomas Lancaster is a part of an organization that does not accept one law theology. But this organization is pretty much borderline one law theology. And they understand that there will be one law when in the Messianic era. This is something I've gathered information from one of their top scholars, Bible translator.